Hello there. Hi. My name is Dr. Shiroko Sokic. I'm the owner of Heart to Heart Medical Center and the author of the book, Healing When It Seems Impossible, 7 Keys to Defy the Odds. And I'm here, super excited to be here at Ready, Healthy and Ready for Anything to help you build your resilience and be happy and healthy. And today, how to heal your immune system using both supplements and giving you a little bit of an explanation about Chinese medicine. I am a practitioner of both Chinese and functional medicine in Santa Rosa, California, and I've been helping people with their immune systems for almost 30 years now. In Chinese medicine, the immune system is of course, every system is vitally important, but in Chinese medicine, the immune system is sort of the foundation of wellness. And the whole idea of Chinese medicine is about energy. The energy travels through your body in certain patterns. And when your energy is out of balance, there are problems. So the whole point of everything is to keep your energy in balance. And your immune system is regulated by 3 main organs. One is your lungs, your large intestine, and your skin. So that system, your lungs being your entire respiratory system, your nose, your throat, your physical lungs, your skin, your large intestine are your outermost layer of energy. So their job is to protect you from things coming in from outside, i.e. infections or immune compromises. And there are many reasons that people will get sick to begin with. And of course, there's been a lot of research in Western medicine as well about what causes people to get ill. But I think in Chinese medicine, the picture is somewhat different. So I want to talk about that just a little bit. And so first of all, of course, overall good health is vitally important to having a healthy immune system. And so it's kind of the whole idea in Chinese medicine is that when you're balanced, everything is flowing smoothly and you're able to manage stress and you're able to manage your life. And balance isn't just your physical balance, but also your emotional balance and your overall situation in the world. So how you live your life. So people who work too hard or exercise too hard, even having too much sex can affect how your health is. So it's all about keeping everything sort of in a smooth flow and keeping your energy balanced. In Chinese medicine, it's also vitally important if you get sick for you to treat the condition as soon as you possibly can. So like as soon as you start to have symptoms, we have acupuncture treatments and herbs and different protocols for helping it leave your body. So the idea being that when something comes into the out from outside your body, you want to get it out as quickly as possible so that it doesn't descend down into the other layers of your energy. So that's one thing. So when in my practice, one of the things that I've done a lot is to help people come and see me early in their condition so that we can make it leave the body. And there are specific herbs that will also help that. But they're in formulas. So, and I don't want to be specific about that because it's very individual. So just know that if you were to get sick, that a Chinese medicine practitioner would be able to give you specific herbs for your condition if you were to start having symptoms. So I want to address some of the basic elements of immune health. So first of all, of course, your immune system is important, but there are other elements also. Including your liver. If your liver is very busy handling lots of stress and lots of toxins, then your body cannot respond well to any sort of immune challenge. So you want to take good care of your liver. And here are some of the basic elements of keeping your immune system healthy. You want to keep your stress low. You want to sleep well. You want to exercise regularly. You want to take big, deep breaths, because when you take big, deep breaths, so a lot of when we're stressed, sometimes we stop breathing, or even when we're working in front of our computers a lot, which a lot of us are these days, we're taking kind of shallow breaths, and big, deep breaths are cleansing. They literally push things out of our bodies. You also want to eat healthy food, and this is vitally important as well. So sugar, in particular, sugar, which a lot of us are craving during these times, is an immune suppressant. It's similar to, I don't know if you've heard, like when people smoke. When they smoke, what happens is that the little hairs that are part of the immune system, there's tiny, tiny little hairs in your nose and your throat that are pushing toxins out all of the time and pushing bacteria and viruses out of your body all the time. But if you smoke, it paralyzes those little hairs for the length of like a half an hour. So let's say you smoked a fair amount, those little hairs would be paralyzed. They can't fight anything off. Same with sugar. When you eat sugar, what happens is that your system is suppressed. Your immune system is suppressed for a period of time after you've eaten sugar. So it's more challenging for you to be able to fight things off. So you want to stay away from sugar. You also want to have kind of a positive attitude if you can, because when you feel super stressed and you constantly feel like things aren't moving in the way that you'd like them to, it's harder for your body to fight things off. So this is the sort of the preventive medicine list of keeping your immune system strong and healthy and resilient. Exercise-wise and breathing-wise, what you want to do is you want to do not just hardcore cardio, which is also important. Cardio helps release a lot of emotions. But you also want to have some strength. You want to have flexibility. So I always recommend that you do a program of various kinds of exercise. Since this lockdown, I started doing these videos on YouTube. There's a ton of little videos on YouTube, and I've been doing yoga every 2 to 3 days, and then I'm doing weights. And just recently I started adding dance videos as fun exercise. So I have a little bit of fun every few days, or every day actually. And then I do yoga every few days, and then I do weights and strength training within that. So to keep all the systems functioning and balanced. So as far as taking supplements, there are some supplements that have been proven and are also in the medical world also been recognized as having scientific research behind them as support. So number one is vitamin D. Hold on, I want to show it. Okay, here you go. Vitamin D. There was a study done in 2019 that showed that vitamin D improves your immune response and helps strengthen your immune system. Now, it's not entirely certain how, most adults have a low vitamin D level for some reason. And so you can actually measure vitamin D in your blood to see what your levels are. But for overall immune support, what you want to do is make sure that you have a high enough level of vitamin D ongoing. Now, in my experience, when people start getting sick, I've actually found that vitamin D in fairly high doses, like up to 20,000, will prevent them from getting sicker. This is one of the things that you can take early in the course of your symptoms to stop it from getting worse, or to stop it from coming in at all. And this is like right as soon as you begin to feel something, you should take a high dose of vitamin D. And although the research, the science behind it says that sustaining a balanced level of vitamin D is most important. So you want to make sure that vitamin D is part of your everyday support. And we recommend between 1,000 and 5,000 IUs a day, depending on what your levels are. You do not want your vitamin D levels to get too high, because if it gets too high, it also has potential negative effects. Although, again, most people are not too high. Okay, the next vitamin or supplement that has a lot of research behind it is zinc. There was a study done again in 2019 that showed that 30 milligrams a day of zinc actually prevented people from staying sick. So this is one of the few things that you can take while sick that will actually maybe lower your illness. And they showed that it decreased hospitalization in children by 2 days. So that's quite significant, like being sick and then being able to get out of the hospital in 2 days or less than 2 days, saving 2 days. That's a big deal. And so zinc is something that, again, you should have sort of maintenance levels. I recommend not more than 15 milligrams a day unless you haven't been taking it. You can actually do a taste test for zinc by taking like a zinc lozenge and putting it in your mouth. And if it doesn't have a taste, then it's probably something you need. If it's something that tastes really awful to you, then it probably isn't something that you need as much of. So then you would just do a maintenance dose of like 15 milligrams a day. If you have no taste with zinc, then you should probably do 30 milligrams a day until you can tell what it tastes like. Vitamin C is the next well-researched supplement for preventing illness and for keeping your immune system strong. Now, vitamin C has many functions. Now, all of these nutrients have many functions in our body. Vitamin C does, besides helping your immune system, actually helps your adrenal glands deal with stress. And your adrenal glands are the organ that deals with stress. It also helps keep your immune system strong, and it helps your connective tissue. So like, let's say you had a cut on your hand or you sprained your ankle or something and you found that it wouldn't heal quickly. It's possible that your vitamin C levels are low and that's what's not allowing your connective tissue to heal. Also, if you feel really super stressed, vitamin C helps support your adrenal glands. And there's research behind all of this. There was a large comprehensive review of studies that were done, and 11,306 people were studied or reviewed in these studies, and it decreased, vitamin C decreased the duration of a cold 8% in adults and 14% in children. So it actually does decrease the duration of a cold, which is an important thing when you catch a cold or any kind of virus. Also, it decreased the chance of catching a cold by up to 50% in people who have high physical stress. So this is the research that they did was on marathon runners and soldiers. And marathon runners, push themselves really, really hard. And when you push yourself too hard physically, as I've mentioned before, you're very possible to have a cold come on suddenly, or when you're super stressed, like let's say you had a car accident or something and you're super stressed because of the shock to your adrenal glands, the potential is for you to catch a cold rather suddenly. And vitamin C protects you against that because it helps support your adrenal glands. And then one other important piece of information about vitamin C is that when given IV, it actually lowered the symptoms of severe infections and ARDS. And ARDS is adult respiratory distress syndrome, which is a common symptom of people who get really severely ill with the influenza virus or COVID virus, with various viruses where the lungs start to shut down. So IV vitamin C is now actually being given in hospitals, which is just wonderful because it used to be not approved of, but now it's actually been shown to be so effective that it is given in hospitals in dire situations when people are sick. Another supplement that is wonderful for immunity is elderberry. And studies have shown that it gives an enhanced immune response. It's antiviral, antibacterial, and it significantly reduced upper respiratory symptoms when a person has a viral infection. This has been a little bit controversial because it has something to do with one of the immune pathways, but it has been shown that actually isn't a problem for most people. And so you can safely take elderberry, and it has the added benefit of actually being delicious if you have it in a syrup or as a tea or something like that. The next supplement that is been shown scientifically to be really effective is medicinal mushrooms. Now, there are so many different mushrooms. There is reishi mushrooms, maitake mushrooms, turkey tail, lion's mane, cordyceps. Cordyceps is the most interesting mushroom because it actually grows in a tree, and it hangs in the air. And so cordyceps is used in Chinese medicine for people who have problems with their breath because it literally grows in the air. And a lot of times in Chinese medicine, we use herbs similarly to what they do in nature or how they are grown in nature. So there's this whole connection with the earth and how the earth functions. My favorite, I'm going to just give you this as a plug because there's a product made by a company called My Community, and they have a product called Host Defense, and it has 16 different medicinal mushrooms. One of the things about mushrooms is that they also absorb toxins from the environment. In the past, or maybe even now, when there was that big chemical spill in Pennsylvania many years ago, they used medicinal mushrooms to detoxify the earth. So they grew mushrooms on the ground, and it pulled the toxins out of the earth. And so they also pull toxins out of our bodies. But for that reason, it's vitally important that mushrooms that you take are raised properly, because they will literally absorb the toxins in the air as well. Even mushrooms that you eat will absorb toxins from the atmosphere. And so then the mushrooms are full of those toxins if you eat non-organic. So the Host Defense, My Community mushrooms, are raised in a laboratory with a sealed environment, and they're raised really super clean. They're organic, and that's what you want to do if you're doing something for your immune system. You want to make sure that it is clean and of the right quality for your health. There are many other supplements that have been well researched, but they're not listed in the health in the Medline sort of data because they need more research. But here's just a few of the many supplements that have been shown to have some impact on your immune system and on your health. So licorice, andrographis. Andrographis is traditionally a Chinese herb, and I have seen it work really, really well in people who are sick to help them get over being sick. Garlic, of course, has many chemical qualities that help support your immune system and fight bacteria and fight yeast and fight all kinds of things off. So, and also depending on your digestive health, because you want to have good digestive health with garlic, you can use it to help support fighting infections in your gut. Astragalus is one of my favorite herbs that I love to give to children because it's one of those master herbs that is safe at almost every dose. It helps fight immune problems. You can take it throughout the year. For like a lot of times in fall is when the immune system is most challenged. In Chinese medicine, the lungs every organ has a time of year, and the lungs have a time of year in the fall. And so in fall is when you want to do a lot of immune boosting. So you want to start kind of in September with using, for us Northern Hemisphere people, I guess I should say. But in September, you want to start with taking care of your immune system even better. So I often recommend that's when you boost your vitamin D and your zinc and vitamin C, but also to take the Host Defense. I use it as my version of the flu shot so that you can protect your immune system. But in children, what I give is astragalus because it helps strengthen their immune system, and it's safe for them at a long-term dosing, it's also safe for adults, but sometimes with children, they're challenged more with certain supplements. The other supplement is skullcap, which is another Chinese herb that helps protect your immune system and strengthen it. Quercetin is the inside of a orange peel or lime or lemons. They have the white part. Quercetin comes from that, and it strengthens your white blood cells. And in particular, one of the special gifts of quercetin is that it helps protect you against your allergies. So when you have a lot of allergy symptoms, quercetin, N-acetylcysteine, and stinging nettle is a combination that acts as well as any antihistamine that you could take over the counter without any side effects, and often helps support your immune system and make it stronger against whatever it is fighting. And allergies are often something that weaken your immune system or create your immune system to be imbalanced. So quercetin is a wonderful supplement, and one of the things that many people are taking right now as a combination because they're having allergy symptoms as well as the worries about getting sick is a combination of N-acetylcysteine, quercetin, and stinging nettle, all of which have some benefit in strengthening your immune system. Isatis is another Chinese herb that helps fight infection kind of at the beginning when you first start to get sick, that comes in from when it starts to be a symptom. So this is an excellent supplement to take as well. There are many Chinese herb formulas that have Isatis, andrographis, skullcap in them as a combination. And that's one of the things with Chinese herbs, that people take their supplements in combination so that they have various different effects in order to create a synchronicity of function with different things. Propolis is from bees. I think it's from what the bees eat, and it has really strong immune enhancing properties. So if you're not allergic to honey or bees, then you can do propolis, and it'll help you also strengthen your immune system and fight things off. And selenium is a mineral that is commonly taken in that's also commonly deficient in our bodies, and it has a lot to do with our immune health. It has a lot to do with our thyroid health. It is vitally important to our overall health. So one of the things that I recommend for people is that you find a really good multivitamin that has enough minerals, including selenium, zinc, chromium, vanadium, all of the basic trace minerals, including some high quality B complex within it. And it should also have some vitamin D and A and E. All of those things are sort of foundations of being healthy. And a good quality multivitamin is hard to find. So one of the things I'll talk about just a little bit is a good quality multivitamin, how to look for one. You don't want to get one that, like, when you look at the list of ingredients, that has a long list of added ingredients. So you want to have a list of the high quality nutrients and nothing else, like a capsule with either nothing else or very little else. Like maybe sometimes magnesium stearate is okay. I don't like it when you take a lot of supplements, because if you have too much, it might be impeding your digestion. I have a little booklet available on my website. My website is hearttoheartmedicalcenter.com. I'll write that for you in the there's a little booklet that you can get there on how to choose supplements and what different supplements are good quality, because you want to, when you're taking anything into your body to help yourself be healthier and stronger, you want to make sure that it is high quality and not just taking something for the sake of taking it. There are some other elements of taking care of your immune system that I want to talk about just a little bit. So I think I mentioned that the liver is vitally important to your wellness as well. And for so many of us, one of the reasons that it is believed that people are getting sicker not just with COVID, but also with other immune things like the flu or colds or all kinds of virus infections, is because their systems are so stressed. And one of the reasons that our systems get so stressed is because of toxins. And so you want to minimize your exposure to toxins, and you want to make sure that you're taking a really good care of your immune system, in addition to making sure that your liver is happy. Now, these are some supplements that help support the liver, and glutathione, excuse me, glutathione is the super antioxidant. So not only does it support your liver, but it has other positive effects in your body. It helps fight free radicals, which is one of the functions of aging. As we get older, we have more free radicals in our system. But glutathione is essential for every single time you detoxify one molecule of a poison in your body or a toxin, you use up one molecule of glutathione. And so when you are exposed to a lot of toxins, glutathione is a great protective supplement for you to take consistently. Also, we can measure the effectiveness of glutathione in your body using certain tests to see what it's doing. NAC, which is N-acetylcysteine, is a precursor for glutathione. So that helps your body make glutathione. And both glutathione and NAC actually have benefits to your lungs. So you can use glutathione as a supplement to help support your breathing ability and to help support your system when you're having a hard time with breathing. And there is even glutathione that you can have prescribed that you can inhale. So it can be an anti-inflammatory for your lungs and has an anti-inflammatory effect for your lungs. Milk thistle is just a wonderful supplement for the liver as well. Many people who have been exposed to lots of toxins in their liver have been able to heal the liver using milk thistle. There's, stories and data that shows that people who have been poisoned by poisonous mushrooms were going into liver failure from the mushrooms, and the milk thistle was given to them and it reversed the toxicity. It's also been shown to help with toxicity from Tylenol and things like that. So milk thistle is a wonderful supplement. And there are a few other things, like I think in spring every year, I recommend that people do a cleanse. I also recommend that they do it. You can do a cleanse or a detox, which is different than a cleanse. So a cleanse is eliminating a lot of food, but a detox is actually where you eat plenty of food and make sure you eat lots of vegetables and high quality foods and take certain supplements that support the liver in doing its job. And so this is something that I recommend that people do periodically in order to help the liver be supported. And because we're exposed to so many toxins, we can't really always be in control of everything that we eat or take in. And so if you want to learn more about doing a seasonal, what I call a seasonal reboot, you can contact my office. Again, Heart to Heart Medical Center is my office, and I can help you figure out what is a good way to do that. I'm going to just look at comments for a second. Oh, thank you, Jill. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to see you here. Okay. So, and so to summarize, most important for your health and for taking care of your immune system is also what's important for overall health in every way. You want to get plenty of rest. You want to take care of healthy food and avoid sugar and avoid starchy white foods, processed foods. You want to eat healthy and organic, lots and lots of vegetables. Like the foundation of excellent health is really to have plenty of vegetables. And one other thing that's my favorite thing to do during these times is I've been taking a green drink every morning, which is a combination of all organic powders that are mixed, like chlorella and spirulina and barley grass and various vegetables and various kinds of green things mixed together in a powder, and then I make a little drink every morning with different kinds of greens and different kinds of fiber, so that my body gets all of the nutrients and greens early in the morning. And then throughout the day, I try to eat like probably over 50% of vegetables all day long. So actually, I probably eat like 70 to 80% vegetables all day. I have a huge salad. I have lots of vegetables in my meat or with my meat, so that my meat is like a quarter of my food, and then or my protein source is a quarter of my food, and then the rest of my food is vegetables. And I just recommend that because vegetables are, especially when they're organic, are full of all kinds of healing properties. And if you look at we call it eat a rainbow every day. If you look at the data about the different qualities of different kinds of vegetables, they all have high quality nutrients. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. And I'm going to just give you this little basic immune. Keep your stress low, sleep well, exercise, do lots of deep breathing. Like really try to remember to do deep breathing. In fact, I would have you just, if you're on a computer all day, I would just have you put a timer on, and every 10 minutes, force yourself to take a big deep breath so that you don't forget. And then here's my website if you want to go to find the little booklet on, it's called Stop Supplement Confusion, or it's called Supplement Smart. It's called Supplement Smart. And you can get that booklet, and it'll tell you what kind of supplements are good for your health. So I'm going to look at comments again. Thank you so much for your comment, Jackie. It's great to see you. And so I'm going to sign off in just a minute, but this will be still live or still available for you to watch later. I hope you have a wonderful day and take care of yourself. Thank you.